When you see these colors, what are the first things that come to mind? Let's start with the color yellow. Do you think of warmth or brightness? How about the color white? Do you think of emptiness or purity? The deep color blue. Do you think of sadness or calmness? The vibrant color red. Do you think of passion or love? The deep color black. Do you think of an element of mystery or boldness? And the color green. Do you think of nature or luck or even our 4-H emblem? Several ancient cultures practiced chromotherapy, which is the use of color to heal. However, your feelings about culture are often deeply personal and rooted in your own personal experiences and culture. However, there is a lack of scientific research behind the study of color psychology. Hello, my name is Juliette McKinley. I am the President of the Northwest District Board, Vice President of Paulding County Council, and I attend Capstone Academy. And today I'm going to be talking about the healing power of art through casual art, art therapy, art and brain functions, neuroaesthetics, the Unlonely Project, and how I've applied all of these as a part of my own personal journey. Let's start with casual art, art that's for fun. Now I want you to close your eyes and imagine something. Imagine your little kid again about to draw in your coloring book. You open your box of crayons and the colors seem endless. What will you choose? Now I want you to open your eyes and look at the coloring book on the screen. Would you have chosen these colors? Do these colors look quite right? Coloring requires modest attention that takes us outside of ourselves in the same way that other simple activities do. 3 reasons adult coloring can actually relax the brain is attention flows away from ourselves. You're focusing on a simple activity, and the low stakes make it pleasurable. You can then take it a step further and often draw the images that are often depicted in adult coloring books, which are often referred to as Zen tangles. The following picture is a Zen tangle I created that was featured in the 2020 4-H calendar. The following video is a video of me using Zentangling to wind down after a long day. The Zentangle method is an easy-to-learn, fun, and relaxing way by creating complex images, in short referred to as tangles. Throughout my 4-H career, I've taught numerous Zentangle classes. In my entrepreneurship class, I was inspired to create a book called Artem Soul, which is Latin for worry art, which teaches its users how to cope in stressful situations. Art therapy uses creative techniques through different artistic mediums to help people improve their image and self-esteem. Art therapists know the roles that different colors, textures, and other artistic mediums can play in the therapeutic process. A good example that shows art therapy in action is the American Art Therapy Association, where they show art therapy in play in different situations. Whether you're a part of the autism spectrum, or a part of different communities such as the LGBTQ+ community, or the military, it even goes into the science behind art therapy. Now let's take a moment to see how art affects the brain by looking at 2 key functions, your prefrontal cortex and your limbic system. Now your prefrontal cortex allows you to feel empathy and emotion. Now your limbic system takes over in stressful situations when you think, am I safe? And triggers fight or flight. In extreme situations, your limbic system can take over, causing your prefrontal cortex to shut down. However, you can use art to stimulate your prefrontal cortex, keeping your brain happy, healthy, and most importantly, functioning. The strive to find aesthetically pleasing imagery is a part of our primal DNA. Think back to caveman times, where they were under intense amounts of stress, let's say being chased by a wild animal. However, they still strove to find aesthetically pleasing imagery, like let's say arrange a bouquet of flowers, or, as we've seen, even paint cave art. Now, art is often affiliated with feelings. The neuroaesthetics is the study of how art affects the brain. Renowned neuroscientist Samir Zeki created a project where he showed people both aesthetically pleasing imagery and unpleasing imagery to see how it would affect the brain. The American Association for the Advancement of Science commissioned artist Ted Myers to create an exhibit to show the healing power of art and how it affects different types of scars. In this exhibit, he showed scars both physical and emotional, and paired them with a piece of art to show their healing process. One spring, I had come across a video featuring the School of the Art Institute of Chicago working with the Unlonely Project to stay connected with students. Now, the goal of the Unlonely Project is to broaden public awareness and educate those of the consequences of loneliness by promoting the creative-based arts. This following video features Jeremy Noble, founder and president of the Unlonely Project, listing their initiatives.
Part of what we promote in our programming is to do three things. First, to make art, then to share that art with someone else, and then the third is to have the other person receive that art in a kind of active, curious way. What are you thinking about? What does this art mean for you? And when you do that, it's like closing an electric circuit, and people are connected. The arts are powerful at that.
Now I'm going to share with you how I've applied these goals to make, share, and receive art as a part of my own personal journey. I've combined my two passions, my love for horses and my love for art, and created the Art for Horses Youth Art Show, which was held at the Georgia Equine Rescue League, where we had over 31 entries and raised $140 for the Georgia Equine Rescue League's Horses in Need. I have not only shared, but sold my art at various Marietta art walks, whether it comes to large acrylics to tiny hand-pressed pins. All of the proceeds from these art walks went to teaching my classes at the Paulding County Senior Center. I've taught 3 classes at the Paulding County Senior Center, making and sharing over 34 pieces of art. Whether it comes to acrylics, watercolors, or hand-drawn pieces, they were encouraged to name their piece and then share it with a loved one, keeping them connected. These classes were then later featured by Caitlin Ross of 11 Live News. I was able to turn STEM into STEAM by adding an element of art. When I was a part of National STEM Day, when I was featured on the Georgia 4-H Facebook story for making 150 tiny galaxies at Spooky STEM Night at Powell Elementary. Throughout my 4-H career, I have shared my art in exhibits at various fairs, one of them being the Georgia National Fair, with their 30th anniversary, set a new record for event attendance of 565,533 attendees. Now, if we make the conservative assumption that 1% saw my exhibit, that would have reached 5,655 people alone. Throughout various 4-H events and through my 4-H career, I've shown many share fairs and exhibits showing the healing power of art and my love for art. At Paulding County's 4-H open house, not only did I share my art and experiences, its attendees had the opportunity to make some really cool, abstract greeting cards. I have taught a class on how to make Zentangle Christmas ornaments to my senior club, where I taught them how to make the ornaments and how to Zentangle. They then had to make them together and share experiences while making them, and then they were shared and received by those at the Kimberly Living Assistance Center as Christmas presents, therefore keeping all of us connected through art. I had the opportunity to plan and host the Christmas STEM Camp with the Homeschool Book Lounge, targeting students with developmental disabilities, where the whole first half of the day was featured on arts and crafts. Inspired by my classes at the Paulding County Senior Center, I created a card called Thankful, which was used as the Georgia 4-H Foundation holiday card and was sent to our donors as a way to say thank you. In my efforts to make, share, and receive art as a part of my journey, the Foundation of Art and Healing congratulated me on my efforts. The Unlonely Project created the Stuck at Home Together, This Is Where We Connect project, where I took this a step further with my own club. Whereas my brother and I were not able to teach STEAM classes anymore, I created a virtual online STEAM project club called the Paulding County 4-H McKinley Project Club, where we have taught over 59 classes with 104.2 thousand views. Today I've talked about the healing power of art through casual art therapy, art and brain functions, neuroaesthetics, the Unlonely Project, and have applied all of these to my own personal journey. Today I hope I've inspired you to use the healing power of art to connect with a loved one. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my presentation.